So, I'm gonna start my lab 1 report presentation now. Before the lab, we all know that an object can acquire charge by rubbing it or just by touching another object. In this experiment, we want to determine the excess charge on the U-tape after it has acquired charge, so which means electron transfer has occurred. Below is the formula I'm gonna use for electric force calculation, and this image shows the interaction between two tapes. Procedure. My lab procedure. I first put a U-tape above the base tape, quickly pull off the U-tape from the base tape, name it U1, the steel tape. I see if there is attraction between my hand and the U-tape, so if it doesn't, I remake a tape. Repeat the procedure and make another U-tape named U2, the floating tape. Measure the length of both tapes for future calculation. Observe the motion of U1 and U2 when they are placed together. Record the observation. Given info. The first one is the absolute value of net total excess charge on the tape, which is between this number and Avogadro's constant times the electron charge on 1 mole of electron. So I think this number is the charge for one single electron. That means the total excess charge cannot exceed 1 mole of electron. The second one is the length to mass conversion. So 1 meter of tape is 1 gram. Our goal of this lab is to determine the force exerted by one U-tape on another when they're apart. And we use this force to determine the amount of excess charge on a piece of tape. Data, measurements, observation. So my expectation was the two U-tapes will repel each other. The actual observation. First, U-tapes are attracted to my hand. Second, two U-tapes repel when placed beside each other. Attraction occurs when I put the U-tape beside a neutral book. So measurements, calculation, and results. The first two are the measurements. The third and fourth, I used the conversion formula here to calculate mass and convert it to kilogram. And I used mass to calculate gravitational force for both tape, and then I used the gravitational force calculated for the access charge. Glow script output. So the blue arrow is the electric force and the yellow one is the gravitational force. These two forces cancel out because of Newton's second law. So that's why we can use the gravitational force to calculate the access charge. I'm gonna show my code here step by step. Okay. Next, Q&A. The magnitude of charge is 3.948 times 10 to the negative 8. Assumptions I made in this lab. First, ignore air resistance. Second, treat a long tape as a point charge. 3. Assume that U-tape has the same amount of charge and it's evenly distributed. What if electrons had positive charge? So if electrons has positive charge and it can move freely, then the two tapes will still repel because same charge repel. But if it doesn't move freely, like protons are always bound to the nucleus, then nothing will happen. Why is it important to handle the charged tapes as little as possible? Because there are charges on your hand that will affect the lab result. So that's it. Thanks for watching.